Hey guys, welcome back to another FPL video. Today I'm going to be showing you three different draft teams with more than two premium players. So let's check out how the team is shaping up. Can these teams afford three or more premium players? What's the negative? What's the positive of having these players for our Game Week 1 team? So without further ado, let's jump right in. So guys, before we go through the draft teams with more than two premium players, I want to set a rule that will be followed throughout these draft teams. So which is, I'm not going to be dropping any of the four players you see on the screen. That's Trent Alexander-Arnold, Shaw, Fernandes and Salah. So Fernandes and Salah is already a premium player. So these teams that I'm going to be showing you will already have two premium players, and I'm not going to be taking out Alexander-Arnold or Shaw to afford 2+ premium players, which will be in addition to Fernandes and Salah. So that's the rule I'm going to be setting to draft these premium teams. Okay, so this is my current team as it stands, and as you can see, non-negotiable players TAA, Shaw, Fernandes and Salah is in this team. I'm gonna call it template team 3-4-3 formation. The positives of this team is obviously the starting 11. The players in the starting 11 are all proven players in FPL in the past. There's obviously Saar is obviously got promoted this time around, but he has Premier League experience. My front three in this template team is Watkins, DCL and Antonio. All have the Premier League pedigree now. Also, I can downgrade any of these strikers to a 6.5 million player like Tony B. Banks in the first few game weeks. Also, another positive is I got 0.5 million in the bank with this team, so I can be more flexible with the price variations. Now the negatives: there are no Man City attackers in this team. There are no Spurs attackers in this team. So there is no KDB, Son or Kane in this team. Okay, so that's the negative that I see in this team. So let's do some changes. So now I'm going to be making two moves. So I'm going to be transferring out DCL and Saar and getting in Davis with a 4.5 million like a bench fodder, and then I'm getting in Son, and therefore I'm going to call it the Sun team in a 4-4-2 formation. Again, sticking by the rule of not changing or taking out the four players I mentioned before. Now I'm classing Son as premium because he's 10 million. He doesn't have to be classed as premium, but he is explosive and still expensive because he last season he was 9 or 9.5 million, but now is bumped up to 10 million in the game. So I would class him for this team, this draft team, as a Sun team, and I would just say he's a premium. Okay. Not much changed in the team other than the two transfers you see on the screen, which is DC and SARS out. The positives for this team would be, again, the starting 11 is still proven FPL options. I can still downgrade to Tony from Watkins or Antonio. Obviously, the bench, which is one of the negatives, the bench has become weaker with this team. I just got Gilmore. Gilmore could be any other 4.5 fodder who starts for their team. And I've got Davies and Manquillo. Again, Manquillo is 4 million. To afford this team, I have to have a 4 million defender. So I've gone with Manquillo. It could be anybody else. But hopefully he's sitting deep in my bench and he doesn't need to come on. So that's the Sun team. Still looking okay. I've got all starting 11 playing players, as long as they're not injured or suspended. let's look at another team. So if I transform this team, I'm taking out 3 players. So I'm making 3 moves, and let's see where it gets me. So Sun down to Smith Rowe, Antonio up to Kane, and Kufal down to White. So that gives me the Kane team, which is a premium players team. So now I've got three premiums in Fernandes, Salah, and Kane. So this team again is in 4-4-2 formation. Again, there are a few negatives with this team, and obviously there are some positives as well. The positive, obviously, like I said, 3 premium options now in Kane, Salah, and Fernandes. You got more captaincy options. You can put your captaincy on either Salah, Fernandes, or Kane, depending on the fixture, and you still got TA and Shaw with this team. Okay, but the negatives, obviously, again, there's no Man City attackers this team. We are not 100% sure about Smith Rowe at the moment. He might start most of the games. If he does start, he's 5.5 million, and I think it's a great value. But that's a negative there because we don't know whether he's going to start or not. I have to downgrade Kufal to a 4.5 million defender. That's another negative for this team. But you do have a lot of 4.5 defenders who can provide good value. So I don't think it's a massive issue there. But the bench is still cheap, and there is no money left in the bank. At this point, I must also mention that the Sun team, which you saw previously, also doesn't have any money in the bank. So you can't be flexible with the price variations the first few game weeks of the season. Again, I can downgrade one of Watkins or Kane to Tony or somebody else, or DCL if they find form. So that's again a positive. So can I make more changes? I can. So I'm going to be getting in KDB now. So Smith Rowe up to KDB, Kane down to Tony, Rafinha down to Harrison. So if I make those 3 changes to get KDB, this is how the team will look like. Again, sticking by the rule, 4 players that I mentioned earlier is still in the team. Now you have a KDB team, which is again in 4-4-2 formation. You have 3 premiums in KDB, Salah, and Fernandes, who are all good captaincy options. And you still have TA and Shaw. But the negatives, there's no Kane or Son in this team. And you had to downgrade from Rafinha to Harrison, which again I don't think is a massive problem because Harrison is also capable of getting goals and assists. But if I'm given an opportunity, I would obviously be picking Rafinha all day long. So Rafinha down to Harrison in this team. It's going to be difficult to move up to a 7.5 million or 8 million striker with this team. So from Tony up to somebody like DCL is going to be difficult because there is no money left in the bank with this team. So you have to make multiple moves, or you have to take hits to upgrade someone like Tony in this team. So yeah, again, the bench is cheap. Similar to the previous teams, I had to downgrade Kufal to White as well. So this is the negatives and positives of these 3 draft teams if you want to have more than 2 premium players. Of course, you can downgrade Fernandes to somebody like Sancho when Sancho's price is revealed. At the moment, we don't know that. So Fernandes is one of the premium options, and he is still in the team. So that's it for today. These are my 3 draft premium teams, and hopefully it helps you guys to think and consider some options. Obviously you can tinker around and move players around and see what it can give you with 3 premium players. You have to make some sacrifices elsewhere in your team to get to the 3 premium players in your game week 1 team. So hopefully this was helpful. If you guys like this video, please give it a like, and if you're new around here, please do subscribe. Otherwise, I'm going to be back with another video soon. See you all. Bye.